see, I got Solomon the Jew, man. Y'all know how big this is. Y'all know how he get down.
Got 144, and we deep. I don't lie, but I practice what I preach.
Hey, trap money made the hood sick. They wanna hear the trap songs, but I got it. Just feel like a mine. Hey, we gon' turn up, we gon' let it shine.
Get what it is, that's just a part of the switch. You can say I flip, call it what you want.
This is a night of exclusives, man. We hearing all kind of new information that you did not know. You gonna get it on this episode, though. Most High Christ bless. What's going on? You got Captain Enoch here, and I got
Officer Solomon.
Now, it's been a long damn time.
You ain't gotta say long like that.
No, it's been a long time.
You ain't gotta say it like
It's
that.
been years, though. Like, we bringing Riding Vybe back. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I
yeah.
felt like, what better time to do it than now? We got Officer Solomon finna drop this album soon, and you know he gonna come with it. So I'm like, why not ask Officer Solomon to be the first, the biggest guest we've had on the episodes, right? So
You asked me years and years
I know.
ago, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
This was pre-cap.
Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It was pre-cap, man. You told me about this, man.
Yep.
This was a long time ago. I remember that. Yeah.
But it come full circle now. You see what I'm saying? As you see me riding, we chilling. Y'all know the vibes, Riding Vybe. But I'm gonna get straight into it, right? We're gonna go and ask Officer Solomon some questions about this upcoming album, right? So the first question I got for you is, what's the name of the upcoming album? Untrapped. I love that. I love that. Now my question is, why that name?
Originally, when I had the concept of Untrapped, my idea was I wanted to make a bunch of album with a bunch of trap songs.
Okay.
But
like with the beats, like the type of beats. Yeah.
The style of the music, and then, of course, the music was gonna be, conscious music about, the truth. But the concept was to untrap from the lifestyles that we get trapped in the world.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
crazy.
Untrapped, you listen to the songs, and it's a lot of trap sounding songs, but it's music that's going, incline your ears. So originally that was the concept behind it, but as the album progressed, it kind of morphed into something different. So the theme behind the album is still Untrapped, but it's untrapping the mindset of, that we have here.
Yeah.
Even I explained it, like, even when, sometimes you might be in a space where you feel like you're boxed in,
trapped.
Mentally, spiritually, whatever the case may be. It's just about overcoming those things, unboxing yourself, untrapping.
Absolutely. When can we anticipate this album that you got coming?
Hey, I know that they never heard of this. 23 years, I was ignorant. I was only in the sports talking whoremongered. Whole family gang banging.
Look, I know how that go. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna rock with that. We cool with that on Riding Vybe. We just vibing.
I be getting cursed out, man, because like I will think I have the album done, and then I'll be like, nah, it's missing something.
Oh, I know that.
It just be like it's certain like textures and feels that you be wanting on the project, man, and sometimes it's timing, but yeah, it's pretty much done. So you'll soon.
Okay, so soon. Y'all hear that? Y'all heard that first, right? Like, by Riding Vybe. Is this your sophomore solo album, or is this your?
No, this is my third album with original royalty.
Third with
right?
okay.
The first one was Transgression. That was the black and whitish cover with the stripes on it, and then I did Growth, I'm sorry, which was the second project that I put out.
Okay.
We had issues with that one. What happened was the brother who didn't make the beats. The brother who gave me some beats, he stole them.
I know. Yep.
He stole
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was upset because I felt like that was one of my best projects that I had put together.
And he on some extra.
Yeah.
Damn. So okay, I like that. You said it's the third album, and we remember when that dude was a nigga, man. We ain't gonna go deep into that though. But anyway, what's your favorite track? No, not that one. What was your inspiration to make this album? Right? 'Cause I know you kind of talked about it in the first question, but I want you to go a little bit more into that. What was your inspiration behind it?
sometimes it can be a tough question to answer because like I don't really know what really inspired me to make the album, right? But I know what inspired me to make music, right?
Right.
And a lot of times for me, I make music from a space of going through things.
Yeah.
I always tell people that like a lot of times I have to experience life to really create because, you know, I've been making music for a while, like since even prior to coming into the truth, I was rapping and stuff like that. So, you know, the more you do it, you need places to pull from.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and sometimes you spiritually have to go through things, you know, and just find new ways to say what the Bible is saying, or say it on record and say it to a point where people gonna connect to it. You know what I mean, and not sound too like churchy.
Gotcha.
You know?
I know exactly what you mean. As they say, or preaching to people. You know how they try to say that.
Yeah, but I think the inspiration just, you know, it comes from like the Lord gives it. You know,
Absolutely.
It's time, and I felt like, you know, it's been a while since I put out a project, so I was like, you know, it's time.
It's time. I'm with that, and I agree with that. All praise it. What's your favorite song on the album, and why?
So that's another.
I know how it be, man. Hey.
Like this guy. This guy. Every question is a hard question. Nah, but I got a few, man. It's so hard to pick.
That mean you put everything into it, though. If you got that many, first off, that mean it's fire. Second off, that mean that you really put your time into it.
I haven't really felt this way about a project since I probably like came in. You know what I'm saying? Like when I made music, like my first project I put out, and I'm talking about the mixtape. I don't know if y'all was at that Passover. Yeah, okay. Well, I was passing out the CDs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Judah.
Yeah. I was just making music free of any like, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't have nobody in my ear. I didn't have no influence from nowhere.
Right.
It was just like, I was just making music. And then at that time, you know, I was dealing with a producer who kind of knew my sound too.
Okay.
So, this time around, it's like I really just taking my time on what I want the album to sound like.
Absolutely.
You know, and not rush it out. So,
yeah.
I say it's hard to pick because each song kind of, it just tells a different story for me. I got a song called Second Chances, and the song is about you know how we go through things or whatever the case may be, and you know, like Deacon Malachi always say, like you might fall or whatever the case may be, but you know that don't define you. Like one mistake don't define you.
Absolutely, I remember that.
Right, and that coming from that space, coming from like you go through trials, tribulations, whatever the case may be, it's kind of like a song of learning how to overcome those things.
Absolutely.
But then I got the turned up joints, right?
Yeah.
Like I got a track called Speaking on the Name that I really like. I like Lord of the Flies is another one. I like Warzone with Deacon Abiel.
Come on now.
You know, and I'm giving y'all the sneaker feature on the album.
You know I'm gonna ask that.
Yeah,
you know I'm gonna ask that.
I ain't gonna lie. There's a joint called Snooze on there.
Uh-huh.
It's me, Yuri, T Silent, and Zane from Royal Priesthood. And the track is crazy. I'm telling you.
You ain't got. I already know it's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's
It's
the
crazy.
lineup for you right
Yeah,
there.
it's
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy, man.
Damn.
It's crazy, man.
Oh, praise.
Also, Zane hit me. I sent him a song, and I was just sending it to him for him to listen to it. Because I knew I wanted T Silent and 12 on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I sent it to Zane just to like listen to it, and he hit me back like, "Yo, is this a space for a full verse?" I was like, "Go ahead, let me hear what you
why
do."
not?
Like, he sent it to me, bro. He killed that shit.
Oh, praise. I'm already knowing.
Yeah.
Damn, you got me excited over here.
And it's the light of mine. And we gon' turn up, we gon' let it shine.
What is your recording like? What do you do when you making that album or gearing up to make that album?
I'm just locked in, man. Like, I think for a while I had like kind of writer's block.
Yeah.
Or just creativity block in general. Like, you know, you go through a phase, man, where you just be like, trying to draw inspiration from any and everywhere, musically, all of that. And I ain't gonna lie, like for a while, I think just challenging myself and other genres other than rap.
Yeah.
it kind of like made me not want to rap as much. So
Really?
I kind of had to pull it out more on this project,
Okay.
like kind of forcing myself to, just write. And I told myself, I'm like, I don't care what I come up with. I was like, every day I'm just gonna write. I'm just gonna write something. I'm start with a couple bars. What I stopped doing too is like being so picky with beats and stuff like that.
Ah, okay.
So what I do is just try to write to anything I hear. You know what I'm saying? Like
Really?
just try to focus on, writing something down. If it's whack, you throw it out.
And
If
keep it
it's something
moving.
fire, you build on top of it. But so my process
Damn.
has been, at this point is to do that.
Yeah.
Prior, what I would usually do, you hear a beat, I try to find a melody, a hook, a good cadence that I can use for it, right?
Yeah.
And then I build around that. I always tell people, once I get my first 2 bars, I'm usually good for the rest of the.
I'm the same way.
You know what I'm saying?
So
But
start the verse.
It is always the difficult part for me.
Me
is
too.
always starting the verse,
Me too.
and then of course finishing the verse.
Wow,
right?
yeah.
So I purposely try to focus on those things
Yeah.
because I know where, I needed to get better, where I needed to improve on my lyricism, my cadence,
Yeah.
my diction, all of those things. I pay attention to.
Yeah.
So getting better at those areas that I wanted to improve on, I really focused on that.
Mhm.
But to be honest with you, man, like I'm more impressed with some of the music that I've made outside of rap. That I got 2 other projects that I'm working on. I like this kind of shit.
Yeah. That's it.
Let's just talk about what we want.
You gonna hit notes and shit?
He getting his Drake. Yo, he getting his Drake on, man. Like crazy though.
It's crazy.
Hey.
Going crazy, bro. All praise to the Lord. You going crazy, bro.
I had to take you serious.
You heard it here first. Ride and Vibe.
Yeah.
Yo, it's going down. I'm excited about this show, man. We got
When
my
it's like-
officer. And I keep saying officer for the respect of the rank, but I know there's Solomon the Jew.
Yeah.
That's the artist name, so I don't want to, misconstrue nothing. But I'm excited. We vibing. Go ahead though. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just pretty much saying I got a trap soul vibe.
Yeah.
Joint, right?
Okay. That's different.
And then I got a pop album, like retro 80s.
No, really?
Yes. It's called Sir Solo and the Children of Light.
I already know that.
It's
Crazy.
like-
I can
it's
already
like,
tell.
I got a bunch of brothers and sisters in the body who they along those lines.
Yeah.
And they helping me do it. So
Oh,
it's dope, man.
So you challenging yourself in all different ways, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
And this is it sounds good too, you know?
Yeah.
Like it sounds good. I got, Captain Zakar, Deacon Abiel, all of them are a part of it to help,
Oh, wow.
just keep us. But yeah, man, we got
Getting
some stuff. We got
exclusives,
some
man.
stuff
We
coming,
getting
man.
exclusives out here, man. I just want to speak on what you said earlier about when you say with your process of writing. For those who don't rap, right? You might not write, you might not rap. I don't think I understand what he said, how difficult that is to do, especially if you're like to get better. That's the only way to get better is to be writing, right? We understand that, but I don't think I understand like when you're writing to anything or everything that you hear, that's not easy. It's a challenge every time a different beat come on that you're not used to. Because all of us have a sound that we like or that we go for.
Mm-hmm.
But to be able to just,
Trying to get out of that.
yeah, that's not easy. That's not easy, right?
Because you said something. I want to pick like turkey off of what you
Yeah,
just said.
okay.
Because a lot of times as artists, when I play people's stuff that, me myself, I'm like, I know I can do this stuff.
Yeah,
but when
yeah.
I play it for people and the shock value is there, like, yo, I ain't, this Officer Solomon, this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, people really don't know,
The range.
yeah,
The
or what you
range,
can
yes.
do.
Yes.
So just those things, challenging yourself to do something. I've never been afraid of like, okay, if I put something out and it, it's whack or whatever the case may be. Like I did, you remember I See Angels? You remember
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually liked that song.
Yeah.
I liked it. I
But
didn't think that was a good song.
That was like one of those experimental type songs.
You just threw it out there to see how it would take.
I liked it.
Yeah.
You know, I liked it, and you know, I got feedback on it, and the response was, I was like, hey, you know.
Yeah.
But I say that because for all my artists out there, don't be afraid to challenge yourself to do something different.
There
you
you
know?
go. You
But
heard that here
expect
first.
the criticism because, you know.
And that's another. I'm glad you said that because people think just because you're in the truth that there won't be criticism to it. Now, of course, we understand what you're saying is going to be giving glory to the Lord. Ultimately, that's what we're doing. So we have no qualms about that. But like you said, if you're going to try something different, you should expect some type of criticism, whether it be good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that you said that. All praises. What message do you want the listeners to get out of this whole album with the process and everything? Right? You said untrapped. Can you touch on that a little bit more? Like, what message do you want them to get out, the listener to get out of it? Not your process, but what you want them to get from it.
Because this album will take you to an array of places, when you hear the album, I just want you to take away that, I just want it to be like a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
Right? So,
Okay.
I think music, to me, is tied to emotion.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And vice versa. Right? So, like, there's songs you hear that bring you to a certain space.
Yeah.
A certain feeling, a certain element, whatever the case may be. And that's what I try to do or tap into with the music.
Yeah.
So with it, I pray that the audience would get that, whether they're going through something or whether they need something, a pick-me-up, you know, anything of those sort. I just want it to be a relatable album to where, you know, it resonates with you. I know what music has done for me.
Right.
So what music has done for me, I want it to do for other people.
Oh.
And that's my aim whenever I put out a project.
Oh, praise. That's an excellent answer. That's an excellent answer. Oh, I got one more question. Now, we know you got the group with 12, the Saviors, right? Now, do you have any plans? Do y'all have any plans on creating another Saviors album?
Oh, most
and if so,
definitely.
when?
Most definitely. Lord's will this year.
Okay.
Lord's will this year. If it be the Lord's will, most definitely. But we working, man. Like me and 12, honestly, bruh. You know, that's my brother, and you know, because it's my brother, you know, sometimes we move like that in terms of we don't really be in a rush. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, we gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, I know as the fans of the music, they like, man, where the music at? You know? So sometimes, you know, I may have to reach out to him. He may have to say something to me just to get us both motivated around curating the project. But when we lock in, I know we gonna lock in and we gonna, you know, turn up and get it done. So we definitely have already put the ideas out there, right? We gathering beats, concepts, all of that stuff, themes, and just really trying to you know, formulate the album. Because one thing we don't like doing is forcing an idea,
of course,
right? So
that never works like how you want it to anyway. You know?
And me and him both agree on our approach towards music. So with that being said, we know it's just gonna happen organically.
Gotcha.
So yeah, man.
Damn.
But it's coming.
Oh, y'all heard that?
Saviors Part 2. Rise of the Kings. Nah, I'm just
hey, look. Yeah, look, you know, we get this is a night of exclusives, man. We hearing all kind of new information that you did not know. You gonna get it on this episode, though. All praise to the Most High. Now, this is my favorite part of the whole thing of Riding Vibe. We gonna have to put this beat on, and I got to, you know, you got to bless the audience with something, man. You know what I mean? So let's get that started, because I know you, oh man, I know you ready to go. Hell, I'm ready to vibe with you. This brother got me excited. Let me see, let me start this over. From the beginning, we'll let that play, and then, you know, you do your thing, sir. You might have to turn that beat up, though, a little bit, officer. I don't want to be too loud to mess it up, but I want him to go crazy.
It's that Lord of the Flies right here.
You heard
I
that?
got 144, and we deep. I don't lie, but I practice what I preach. Man, we only keep the laws, we ain't keeping what you keep. Keep the Bible on my hip, and I'm praying that you reach. Cause we keep hoping that you guys will see what we but you don't. You just tell us what you want.
Yeah.
We just hit the like we supposed to.
Yeah.
And go just how we planned it. Teach us statutes and commandments to the babies to the land.
Hey,
That
man.
joint go hard when it come on.
Listen.
I like that joint.
That's all you gonna get. That's all you get. You know why? Because it's riding vibe, man. Look, make sure you check out the episode. Listen, you hear? Turn the beat up a little bit more. Listen to the beat. Listen to the beat. You see that? I got Solomon the Jew, man. Y'all know how big this is. Y'all know how he get down. The brother been killing it for that. How long ago was that Passover? When you first?
That was 2016 right there.
2016. One of the first ones, really, outside of Nariah Judah. A couple other people.
Yeah,
it wasn't that many people when he dropped that mixtape. It wasn't that many brothers doing much of anything when it come to music at that point.
When I came in, it was you had Deacon ASAP, Deacon Abiel, Nehemiah, some other cats that will remain nameless.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah, you don't give them no shot.
But yeah, man, it was very few. So to your point, to see the music where it's at now, amazing.
That's the
amazing,
Lord.
bro.
You know, that's the most high.
Amazing.
Absolutely, man. So look, this has been another episode of Ride and Vibe. You got Enoch here with Solomon the Jew. Listen, make sure y'all continue to like and support.
Did I do it right?
Yeah.
I'm not 12, so
Yeah,
12 do it better than me. Hold
Yeah.
on. This way, right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. All right, so he did it. But again, make sure you like this episode, share it. It's going to be on Original Royalty. Show support to the artists on Original Royalty. Listen, truth music is better than all music. That's just what it is. So make sure you check us out. Make sure you support. Again, we got Enoch here. We got Solomon the Jew. We are out.